Hello, hello. How are you doing? Hope that you are doing well today. It looked like we had some folks that were waiting, so I wanted to start a little bit early. I am freezing. I don't know if you're cold or not, but oh my gosh, I'm cold. All right, so I'm watching myself just to confirm when I switch to share my screen that you can actually see it. So I think each week we're getting a little bit better, but I don't know. I just have to get comfortable with this new format, I think. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat where you are from and how it's going. Hello, good morning. Ed, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for showing up with me today. It's the top of the hour. So, the intention for the Wednesday simplified sessions are literally to take one piece, something inside the members area, and break it down. If you're not already a member of Systems by Design, I believe that there's a link below. There certainly will be one at the very, very end. But what we're going to go through today is I'm going to break down this month's challenge. Now, this month's challenge has been somewhat difficult for me. It was too complicated. And I was like, it's here, it's here, it's here. We need like 4 steps and need to be done. And it's all about the customer journey and the pieces and parts to the customer journey. And it should literally be just a couple of quick checks. And it really just allows us to get our system in order. And each and every month inside of the members area, I do drop a new challenge. And we've already got them planned out for Q2. So excited. Can you believe Q2 is happening like in less than a week? We'll be turning the calendar. But I'm really, really excited. The idea here is that we are taking a big friction point that you may have, maybe you've considered, maybe you've not. There were some folks that I was talking to in the DMs, and this is specifically what they were working on, the customer journey. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be a challenge. And she was really excited about it because I think that when we focus on specific areas of our business, we're like, am I missing something? We've got that fear that we're missing out. Like we don't have all of the pieces. And so what we do with these challenges is we take the big friction point that's in the business and we break them down into smaller, manageable, bite-sized chunks. So hear me when I say it's literally one task per week because I know you're already working on a whole bunch of things. And I'm introducing something new and something that if you choose to join in could be helpful in mapping out the systems for that specific thing, i.e., customer journey. Now, if you decide to go all in and do all of the challenges, I think there are 5 or 6 of them up to this point. Yeah, you're going to be overwhelmed because you're going to get the videos, you're going to have a workbook. And if you're doing everything simultaneously, your life is happening and you have to get work done, don't do that. Don't do that. And I know it's like the hardest thing to do is to slow down so that you can speed up, actually see more progress faster by doing less. It's very counterintuitive. I know that. So I'm going to go ahead really quickly here and share my screen. I'm looking for that. I'm going to pop over and we should see it here. I'm going to make sure that we see it. I know the screen is dark right now. Hold on. Maybe we see it now. There we go. There we go. I did the same thing last time. I know I promise I will get this. So I'm going to go to slideshow. And this just kind of helps keep me on track. This is going to take about 30 minutes. We're going to go through it. But Simplify Live with Rhonda, thank you so much for joining me today. We're specifically going to be talking about the customer journey challenge and what that means. So we've really got 4 points. I give a final bonus for number 5, that visual map, which I love. That kind of really ties everything up. But number 1, get eyes on your offer without feeling salesy. Who doesn't want to do that? Number 2, turn browsers into buyers with confidence. Number 3, we're going to create a seamless yes with your sales flow. I've had some bumpy roads here, so I'm excited to talk about this. And then 4, build a brand they brag about. Oh, like they get so excited about watching your content and consuming the products that they've purchased from you, they want to brag about it. And then finally, like I said, we're going to visually map out the entire customer journey, like what that looks like. All right. If we haven't met new folks, my name is Rhonda Melogy. I built and sold a business all while now retired, homeschooling and graduating all 4 of my children. I have 3 that are in college. One is getting ready to graduate here in less than a month. One has already graduated. He's a network engineer for a cybersecurity company. And then I got my 2 boys. My daughter was my soccer player. She played for 18 years, got that D1 scholarship, something that whew, it was so much fun. And that ended at the end, obviously, of soccer season last year. We're a military family. My husband has served in the military for 27 years and counting. He's a helicopter pilot. Love, love, love doing anything outside, hiking, kayaking, hammock swinging. And Sibby Sue, yes, I am from the South. Sibby Sue is my golden doodle midlife crisis, and I love her. I also love my Peloton, although I'm going to be honest. I hadn't been on it in a while, so I need to get back on that bike. I just love the community. I love the way it makes me feel. Just been really out of sorts. You know, when Helene came through, a tree cut our house in half. And so we've really been in a phase of reconstruction. And the way that I was able to do all of the things is that I had simple systems that supported me. And those simple systems were literally things like my kids' chore chart, to my content plan, to a launch plan, which I do not like to launch. I like everything to flow nicely. And that's really kind of what we're talking about today. I help busy owners who are drowning in task and starving for time. If that is you, please raise your hand. A lot of my folks, when they purchase the template, so we have a business command center and they purchase that template, they'll come in and they'll talk about what their biggest friction point that they're facing right now in their business. And most of the time it's overwhelmed, specifically in relation to where do I focus my limited time? So that's why I say that. So let's dive in. I like to get to the meat and potatoes really quickly. We're getting eyes on your offer without feeling salesy. You know, I really have to align with sharing information, and if the offer is aligned with the dream customer, then, you know, they take the next step with me. And when we talk about getting eyes on your offer, what we're specifically talking about is making sure our virtual house is in order. And we can attract the right people. Think about it. If we're in a private Facebook group, maybe we're here on YouTube, most likely it's probably going to happen in a private Facebook group, a program that you have purchased. Someone, you're going to answer a question and someone's going to do a double take. Like, what? And at that moment, like where we feel like, I feel like I'm missing some things. This is the checklist here. It's that social check-in. Are you clear, consistent, and clickable? Meaning that social profile, instead of having a logo, do you have your smiling face? In your cover image, is that telling people if they click on that, in the description, does it take the next step? Are you posting consistently? I don't know about you, but if something like draws my attention, an ad, and I'm like, I'm really interested in that, I will click over to their profile and check it out, see how many followers, see how often and consistent they have been publishing, and the things that they're publishing on the page, does that align with, and the rest of the posts with how the offer that they are making? Really, really important. I mean, that's just that is a quick down and dirty, like the social check-in. So we want to have our brand colors. We want to have a picture of our smiling face. We need to have all of our links working. I love, love, love this question. I am working with Laurel Portier one-on-one, and I am constantly refining my sales pages. And she asked me these questions like, why am I here? Why am I here? So if someone is clicking on a link, can they instantly know, why am I here? What's the offer? And who am I speaking to? Is that clear? Make it obvious. What will someone get? You know, people love, and this is something that I love to do, people love to know what's next. If they click on this link, what's going to happen next? And it's your job as the business owner, as that expert, and mapping out the customer journey to let them know what to expect and how it will help them. Double check your avatar photo. Does it match your brand and feel approachable? Confirm that all links are working, the buttons, etc. I've been running ads for a really long time now, and, tech fails. And one of the things that I encourage my members to do is, like, I'm working with you. If there's a PDF you can't download, if a video is not working, if a link is messed up, let me know. And I think that by how do I want to say this? By saying, hey, work with me, then people, I never take it as criticism. I never take it as something bad if someone says, hey, this isn't working. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much for letting me know that, because we were wondering why XYZ wasn't happening, right? So just be open and honest. Just be a person. Just be open and honest with your people. The next thing, review your email sequences. I can't tell you how many times I've updated the email sequence and your offer should continue to evolve. The reason why the offer continues to evolve is because you continue to get feedback and you continue to have conversations with your dream customer. And in doing so, we're capturing the language that they are using to describe the problem, and you are getting more comfortable, and it comes through in the email sequence. And so as those email sequences are firing, if it's an opt-in, if it's a low ticket, if it's a welcome sequence, is it aligned with guiding them through to the next step? And ultimately, if you think about the customer journey, we are taking someone who doesn't know us at all, and the ultimate goal is at the end point that they're going to purchase the product, the service, or the membership, right? That is how we make money: product, service, or the membership. And so make sure that it all aligns. And this is something, it's the hardest part. It's like the waiting part. It's the setting up and the consistency and the long game. This does not necessarily happen overnight, right? Website. Let's talk about website here for just a second. I have had like really scrappy websites. I feel like the website that I have right now is really bare minimum. I've had Fancified, where I purchased a copywriting course, which I really, really enjoyed doing, but it took me 6 months to write the copy. I don't want it to take 6 months for you to have a website. Above the fold, what is it that you want somebody to do? For me, it's know, like, trust. So it's the Life at a Glance podcast. I want you to subscribe. I want you to know that we're going to have conversations each and every week. As you scroll down the page, you're going to find 3 ways to work with me. And then at the very bottom footer is where you see the About Me, my blog, which I think those links are actually messed up. The case study is there, but there are other posts that should not be there. So I'm just letting you know that. Why am I letting you know that? Because I need to go through the checklist too. This is not a one and done. Like, we need to consistently update, because why? We're talking to our customer, our offer evolves, our messaging evolves, right? And so I think it's so, so, so important. I feel like when I talk about website, like, it could take 6 months for somebody, or a year or more for someone to publish a website. Just publish it. Like, all of a sudden we think when we publish our website, 1 million people are going to come to your website. And if it's not ready, then you are going to look incompetent, or you don't look like you know what you're doing. Like, brush it off. What did I say in the beginning? The thing that I said in the beginning was that, hey, if a link's not working, a PDF you can't download, it's not fillable, a video is missing, let me know. And I'm a systems person, but tech happens, things happen. My thing is, we just need to get that landing page up, and we need to start welcoming. It's the virtual handshake. And the thing here, that last piece, every piece should work together with one goal in mind: selling your product or service with clarity and confidence on the back end. And so this initial checklist, get your eyes on your offer without feeling salesy, this is your virtual handshake, right? It's your social media profiles. We don't own the platform. I'm not saying, like, let's just live on social, but we need to optimize them. Where do we want our customer ultimately to go? And then the other place that, in theory, we do own, our website. Let's get that house in order. But more importantly, the one asset, like, this is crucial, is your emails. right? Your subscribers list. So, so, so important. All right. So really, let me hit the next slide here. Remember, everything begins with a first virtual handshake. Make it count. Does not have to be perfect. Does not have to be perfect. Mine has not been perfect, right? So when we're talking about how do we set it up, how do we attract our dream customer without feeling salesy, in the first week, literally, we're doing just a quick check on our social profiles, on our website, and our email sequence. So 3 tasks. Next, turn browsers into buyers. How can we turn a browser into a buyer? This really, it begins and ends all with content. It's the content that you produce and share to attract your dream customer. So let's talk about it. Create connection points that build trust and help your audience see the value in what you offer before the pitch ever happens. Now, for me, a couple of different things happen. So a lot of folks are cold to me, meaning that they purchase my low ticket offer, which is my template. And from there, we have various points in the customer journey, and we'll dive into that here in just a minute. But the thing that I want to encourage you, you see that consistency is the killer of businesses, because I think I did a survey with my audience, and 46% of them said when life happens, they stop posting consistently. But remember, when we're thinking about customer journey, I'm in the scroll. Oh, I stopped. Let me go to profile. Doesn't really align. And then I just keep going, right? I want to see that there is consistency, at least within like 2 weeks. I was posting on the weekly, on the daily, on the weekly, and then it was like every other week. So what is consistent for you? And the whole content process really starts with my long form content. And when I start with my long form content, which is the podcast, it's very, very simple, guys. So I turn on Loom, and Loom is a Google Chrome extension. It's actually a screen recorder, and it's a video. I can turn it where the camera's facing me, and I will record the podcast, right? From the podcast, then I have copy. Copy, I can create emails. That transcript, I can create post. And from that long form content, it's both audio. So I just drop it into the service that I use for podcasting. And then I can put it into AI, and it's a really nice edit, and it adds captions. And that long form video goes over to YouTube, where we are right now. I'm so excited about all of the YouTube stuff that we're doing this year. It's really, it's like a slow burn, but I'm really, really getting excited about it. And then from that long form content, you can break it down into reels, into stories. Everything happens with the one piece of content. Now, hear me. Well, I can't do that because I want to start a podcast, and I haven't done that yet. I can't do that right now because I don't have my YouTube channel, and I want to do YouTube. Do it. Just record the long form content. Now, long form content can also be classified as a 3 to 5 minute video. We did a content challenge a few months ago, and that it was all about the 3 to 5 minute. It's a system, man. It is a system where it's like the hook. It's the feel, felt, found, and you're leading your folks where you want them to be. That's like a video view. It can be organic or it can be paid, and I can consistently hit KPIs. When you do it a couple of times in the initial, it's going to take you a long time. I'm going to be honest. Like, I will block 2 hours off to learn it, to do it, and then to kind of get in the zone. And then you do one, and I'm like, just let me try it, because I want to put it out there to collect the data on one platform. So when we were talking about, I can't do it, I don't have a podcast. I can't do it, I don't have a YouTube channel. Just do it. If you're on Facebook, do it on Facebook. If you are on TikTok, do it on TikTok, LinkedIn, or IG. Like, get it done. Because what we want to do is we want to collect the data. That's the most important part. And if I'm being honest, it's I'm more consistent on Facebook. Instagram is smashed in there, but I don't do a lot with Instagram. Like, I'm not in the DMs in Instagram. I'm more in the DMs in my community. When someone raises their hand, I will message them and we'll have a conversation, but that's through Facebook Messenger. And then YouTube is something that I've been doing for a few years, but really, I would say over the past 90 days, really started to start. I haven't even gained momentum, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, right? The idea, and where do we get like content ideas? It is your customer's biggest friction point. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to get tired of talking about it before your customer gets tired of hearing about it. Like, you just need to talk about it, and you need to talk about a different angle. You could talk about it again, and they're going to listen, and they're going to get something new each and every time that they listen to your content. What's holding them back? What are they Googling at midnight in relation to how you solve their problem? Answer those questions through the lens of your expertise and the solution you provide. Repurpose your long form content. So one piece, like, I could have literally, I feel each week as I go through the content SOP, I could have content for days. And here's the other thing. I was doing an example of the Simple Social template yesterday. It's a template that we sell. And you can then mark which posts, which videos really got the most engagement. And then that is like your next step when it comes to content. Like, why reinvent the wheel? If in January I have 5 pieces of content that had the most engagement, highest engagement, I'm going to do more like that. But more importantly, I'm going to use those again. It is so easy these days to repurpose. And I'm not talking about AI, like writing all of the stuff and doing all of the things for you. I really feel that you have to have the idea, you have to have the context, you have to season the chat in order for it to speak in your voice. The key to all of this is the consistency, and that's like the biggest killer. It builds familiarity. It's the know, like, trust, and it keeps your offer top of mind. I don't even know how many touch points a customer needs to have before they buy from you. I know with ads and the way that Laurel breaks it down, the direct to consumer, you've got 2 to 3% that will actually buy that initial like ad, like direct to consumer. And then your next, where I want to live, is in that 30 up to about 35%. That is the content process. That is the content challenge that we just did inside of Systems by Design. It is that system. It's not, hey guys, let me get on. Let me let everybody get on. No, we go straight for it. You got to hook them. You got to hold them, and you got to tell them what it is that you want them to do. That's all they want. Just tell me what to do. If you've hooked them, then you're speaking their love language. And if you hold them, then that means that you are now the expert and you are sharing that and they are aligned with that. Now tell them what you want to do. Like that. And it's your product, it's your service, it's your membership on the other side, right? The secret sauce, I've already said it. I've said it multiple times. When it comes browsers to buyers is consistency. And the easiest way to implement consistency in your content is around one platform. Get so good at one platform that then it's easy to add on another platform. Like right now in my business, really the thing that I focus on the most, content. How am I organizing the content? How am I organizing the quarterly challenges? What does that look like on a weekly basis? What am I talking about on the podcast? Does everything align? How is that looking inside of the community? How does that look in the social posts that I do? And the social post meaning just on Facebook. It will also post to Instagram, but I'm mostly on Facebook. And that's it. But that's the focus. And Once you do it, it's like it's a continual refinement over and over again until now it's down. If I need to do top of funnel and I need to do what we call milestone content, I can do it very, very quickly, down and dirty. And if I need to record it's my weekly SOP for content, I'll pop on and I know exactly 1, 2, here's the topic, 1, 2, 3. My members are going to get an additional email with the video. It's abbreviated version of the podcast, but everything aligns. And I'm talking all about the same problem: drowning in task, and you need more time. But I'm just talking about it in a different way. Create a seamless yes with your sales flow system. I wish I could say I've been able to do this 100% of the time. We were running ads towards the end of last year, and the software that we were using, the only time I say move software is when it stops working. Otherwise, like, you lose money and you lose so much time, which is money, when you switch. But here I have a digital product and someone goes to buy and it says that there are no more to purchase. And the most hiccups that I have found with software is when the software is sold from one person to another, and that new person, they want to throw everything in the kitchen sink at it, and everything breaks. Because where in the world is someone who is selling a digital product and they're out of stock? That makes no sense. And it was that month that the software company just gave me a month free because I was losing sales and I didn't even ask for it. But it was that month that raised the red flag and said, we need a better seamless yes with the sales flow system. So make it easy for your customer to say yes, removing any confusion, building trust, and showing the value clearly at every step. It's almost those questions at the very beginning when we're creating that seamless yes. So we're thinking about sales page, right? And I have probably for the past 2 weeks, I've submitted maybe 4 copy audits. And I don't recommend like changing like so much stuff, but I want it to be an easy yes. When someone, if I'm paying for ads and advertising to attract my dream customer, I want it to be, if it is a go, I want it to be an easy yes at the beginning. So a clear benefit driven description. What is it? Who's it for? And what problem does it solve? Laurel literally like mirror, like she's like, okay, I'm here. This is kind of okay, but who's it for? I'm like, I want you to rip it up, because if it's clear to you, great. If it's clear as mud to your customer, you've lost. So I don't care if it's clear to me. And so having a fresh set of eyes is so, so important. Break down your offer into bite-sized features and bold benefits. So this is exactly what the sales page looks like now. Being transparent with pricing, show all options clearly and help guide them to the best fit. One of the things that I think that I'm loving right now with the software we're using, you know how we used to back in the old days have payment options or payment plans, especially for higher tiered products or service. It does it automatically now. Apple Pay, Wallet, Klarna? Whatever those are, I don't even care, but people are using them and I don't have to worry about a payment option. So it's very clear. Here you put your information in and you select how you want to pay, and everybody goes away happy. I absolutely love that. The guarantee or refund policy, for this one, I call it the no headache guarantee. Here's something I'll say about that. So I have a 7-day guarantee refund policy. So if you're not happy, let me know, send it back, and we will refund you. Don't ask outside of that window. I don't know if people like to push, but I'm like, and if you're in a membership and you're charged, okay. But if it's something that you want to cancel. Don't let that charge be I meant to cancel it, I need a refund. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I look at it for me, like I'm tracking my expenses, and my Systems by Design members have the six-figure dashboard. So you have a spreadsheet. It's the same spreadsheet that I use. I am tracking my expenses. I am tracking my revenue. And so I have dates specifically beside software. And sometimes I'll highlight that software in red if I'm considering dropping it. If I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work, we don't need it, I will drop it. But don't let a payment trigger, oh, I should have canceled that. Now I just need a refund. And it's really important to do. I know we've tried a lot with what they call dunning. And so, especially with annual plans, and the previous software that we used did not work as well. But now we've got kind of a safeguard where within 2 weeks of your membership or your product or whatever that is, it will automatically send you an email. Hey, if you want to cancel, it's just a trigger. It's just a reminder, right? And inside the Business Command Center, you can actually do that with subscriptions, and you can put a calendar reminder there and label it. I need to do that. I need to do a little demo for that. Seamless, yes. Show results. So reviews and testimonials. If it's a service, case studies are great that highlight outcomes. Mock-ups or visuals. So mock-ups, creating a tangible, it looks tangible in a virtual world. Really, I think really, really important. And don't forget the follow through. Confirmation pages and FAQs keep the process smooth and professional. When we're talking about follow through, use every piece of real estate that you have. And so we've recently just done an update here, update to the customer journey. So we were with the old software and we could do this, but then we moved to the new software and it wasn't happening. And we were getting inquiries into the inbox just because of some language. And so that confirmation page is literally a video of me. And I'm like, hey, I'm Rhonda. Thank you so much for your purchase. I appreciate you. People just want to be seen and heard at the end of the day, right? And know that you appreciate them. We have just exchanged. I am solving a problem and you have paid me to help you, right? And now what I'm doing is I am helping you. Hey, here's what's happening. In the next 15 minutes, everything's going to be in your inbox. And if not, let us know. In the meantime, I have a bonus or I have a quick start guide. And the quick start guide is just a PDF, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know what to expect. Use every single piece of real estate that you have. FAQs at the very bottom of your sales page, FAQs at the bottom of a checkout page. Probably some fancy schmancy gurus would say, don't put the FAQs on the checkout page, whatever. They're also the ones that have a team of 50 and are telling you how you can save time. Okay. I'll get off of that soapbox. But FAQs, you can, if you're just starting to sell your product, just starting to sell your service, this is a good opportunity for you to use AI to help you come up. What are my 5 most frequently asked questions and how can I answer those? If you're offering a service, include contracts, timelines, how I work. I'm going to do a simplify. And it's going to be around how I wow my customers. But one of them, the one-on-one customers, is the how I work document. This literally is something that they look at, and I have just had so much positive reinforcement. Again, what am I doing? I'm anticipating what their questions are going to be. We're all on the same page. I'm not saying something that you don't understand, and you're not expecting something that I'm like, wait, what? Haven't we all had that happen? If you're selling a product and if you're selling a service like a portfolio, you may need that. Obviously, that is in Systems by Design or pitch deck. Visual sell. I didn't even have this offer, and I was just showing folks like what something looked like. And initial how do I get that? Like that, they had to ask me 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, oh, well, that's XYZ. I want that every single time, visuals count. The smoother the sales flow, the faster the decision, and the easier it is to get the yes. So the sales flow we are building, right? So the first part, what we're talking about, how to attract your dream customer without feeling salesy, those are just some of your basic, my social, my website, and my email sequence. Step number 2, browser to buyer, that is all around your content, right? And then now what we're doing is that easy yes in the sales flow. So we've got to get 1 and 2 correct. It makes the easier yes, a confident yes. And I've given you all, think about like all the checklists that I have just given you in here. So build a brand that they brag about. When you get a sale, that is not the end. It really is just the beginning. It is easier to nurture someone who has paid you than it is someone who has opted into something. I used to, back in the day, like freebie giveaway, like passing out like Halloween candy. And then what was it, 5 or 6 years ago when I started running ads, now I have a list of buyers. And my list of buyers will tell me the next thing that they need. And we can work together to make that happen. So set up a welcome sequence, one that makes them feel seen and heard. Remember that real estate that I'm telling you about, that easy yes, that's almost like a post-purchase. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stay connected with weekly emails, offer value and tips. All of that's content. The email list we're pushing. I'm pushing out to that YouTube. I'm pushing to the podcast. Host live implementation workshops. So, we do Trello Tuesday. We do Trello Tuesday because you're purchasing the template. I want you to get the most out of it. I know if you do what I say, just because folks have given me that feedback, within about 48 hours, you're going to have that dopamine hit. And I know then you'll realize how easy and how impactful that template is, right? Make feedback easy. So we have another easy feedback system. And in the very beginning, I actually tell my folks, I call constructive criticism, call my baby ugly. Call my baby ugly. We all build our business and think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, it's so pretty. Don't tell me that you don't understand. Or it's so pretty. Why aren't people buying this? I know it's like soul crushing. But using the statement, call my baby ugly, like everybody's defenses are calm. And now we have an open space to say, okay, this is what I would recommend. This is the experience I've had. Let me correct that. Because if you're having it, 5 other people that didn't speak up are having that experience. And invite them to share wins or ask, wins or ask questions, right? Right there in the membership, you run up against a speed bump. So someone messaged me recently. She's like, I want to join your membership. Do you do live coaching? So I've taken a different angle with the live coaching. And the angle that I have is on demand. So as a systems person, we have built a system that literally you come up against a friction point and you go to the members area, help me, Rhonda. I walk you through it. It's video. I walk you through it and you can either video or text. Everybody texts. No one has ever videoed the question to me. I answer it and it's delivered straight to your inbox. Now we're going to take all of that content and we're actually going to put it in a Help Me Rhonda AI companion so you can always search it. But that's like the next step. That's another step in the customer journey, right? Celebrate your customers publicly, like call them out, give them a shout out. If you are working with a customer one-on-one and something is going like so right that day, if you give them a shout out and say, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Do you know that you have just made their day and you have made yourself look like a rock star? Deliver unexpected value like surprise bonuses. Different times, if you click on different things, a different bonus, a bonus that I haven't even talked about will pop up. And I love that. Build community through shared experiences. Let them feel like they are a part of something. And most importantly here, use video at every single touch point. In the very beginning with the customer journey, I I use Loom, and I would send Loom to all my members. And then it took me forever and ever and ever. Now I use another software. And if you purchase from me, you're going to get a video. If it's a $27 template, if you join the membership, you are going to get a video from me. It instantly boosts. I mean, I'm going for know, like, trust. There are so many crappy products out there. I mean, you know it because I've been sucked into it, and it makes it so hard on us, right? And I get them and I'm just like, dang it, their marketing was so good. I want somebody to know that there is a person on the other side. I care about their feedback. I appreciate them. At the end of the day, look at the very end here. They want to feel seen and heard and valued. Video does exactly that. And I should not have ended a sentence like that. That's a homeschooling soccer mom. Don't hold it against me, right? So really quickly, the customer journey map, a visual map. And so inside of the challenge at the very end, all 4 of those boxes, you can visually map it out. I think it's one thing to compartmentalize and to complete these tasks each week. But what I want you to do is to see it. It is another process. You've heard me talk about as a pharmaceutical rep, I'm not a confrontational person. So I don't even know why I was a pharmaceutical rep talking to cardiologists, pulmonologists, like all of the specialists. I would stand in front of the bathroom mirror and I would work on my clothes because literally we had like 2 minutes in the hallway standing up, signing while they're signing. And I had to see my facial expressions. People say I don't have a poker face. I had to know that if I stumbled and I would record myself on the recorder, I'm dating myself. And if I heard a stumble, I didn't believe me. If I saw my face, I didn't believe me. So all of these other ways, especially visually mapping it out, is so important. Seeing it, touching it, and then understanding what that journey's like. I've got a checklist for each one of these sections. Doesn't matter if it's a product or a service. And then you have a task list. When you know where your customer is and what they need, you can show up with purpose. And that is when growth happens. And if there is a friction point, you got to help me, Rhonda. So here, I've taken a little screenshot of it. Look, I think I'm even wearing the same sweatshirt. It's on demand, no wait, accountability, answers when you need them, delivered straight to your inbox. Instead of, or versus, blocking time. And you know that one person who like takes up all of the coaching time? Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. So I can focus on you. And with the Help Me Rhonda on demand, I'm going to tell you not from a strategy standpoint, it's a system standpoint. And more importantly, I am going to share with you the playbooks that you need in order to complete that task so that you don't waste time. We're doing less and we're generating more, right? So that is at any point inside of the customer journey challenge. If you have any questions or there are friction points, all you got to do is help me, Rhonda. Key takeaways: clarity creates confidence. When you have clarity and you feel good, my social's good, my website's good, my email sequences good. And my email sequences, just like quick bonus tip, like I have all my email sequences. We use ConvertKit, but I also have them inside of a Google Doc, and we have update dates. That way, as the messaging gets better because of conversations with my customers, then I can go in and I can update instead of feeling, and I mean, waiting 3 to 6 months and going, what the heck? What was I even thinking with this email sequence? This doesn't even make sense to me, right? Happened to me. That's why I'm saying it. Consistently builds trust. Consistency is the content. Content starts with long form. You're answering your customers' questions in their words. Every touch point matters, really using all pieces of real estate. And what I mean by that is when someone purchases from you or somebody opts into something, that confirmation, all right, it's on the way to your inbox. No, add a video. Video, know, like, trust. And if you have a program, in the beginning, I would just do Looms. I did hundreds of Loom videos. And I always have some sort of animation going, because what Loom does is it picks up on that. And when someone opens your email and they see you waving, they're going to open up to see what you have to say. You have to do we've got to capture We have to capture people's attention. A simple system beats a perfect one. That is for all of these. Literally, a simple system beats a perfect one. In the beginning, I think, and I can't even believe. So I was part of a mastermind, big mastermind, multimillionaires inside of the room. And we were talking about customer onboarding. I'm like, who wants to stick around for customer onboarding? So we called it 9 ways to wow your customer. The room was just like, this is the best thing. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Because like, you're a multimillionaire. Like, you don't already have these things. You haven't thought about, like, they were leaving and calling their team saying, we've got to do XYZ. We need to do XYZ. Oh, I haven't thought about it that way. All of that now, I would say, is kind of a Cadillac system for me. It started with Ed bought something for me. I'm using you as an example, Ed. Ed bought something for me, and I recorded a Loom video. Hey, Ed, I am so excited to welcome you as a brand new Systems by Design member. My name is Rhonda Melogy. I want you to know exactly what to expect. You know that I've said that a few times, over and over again. Now we've got some automation in place. I still want my person to be seen and heard, and I use video wherever I can use video. And women, just a quick note on video. So I want us to think about, I have my images that I share on social media. Some of them are professional images, so nice pictures that were done by a professional photographer. More than likely, you were going to see me with a college visor, a college sweatshirt, college t-shirt. I don't wear makeup, and I don't wear lipstick. And so think about that. Don't let your appearance hold you back. I did a video yesterday. It was the end of the day. Had a cap on, had a sweatshirt on. I think the doors were open. I don't even know. Needed to be done. Was I going to wait until tomorrow? No, I've got other things I needed to do. A simple system beats a perfect one every single time. Get it done. Get it out there. Start connecting with your dream customer. All right. Here's what we've covered. Get your eyes on your offer without feeling salesy. That QR code goes to Systems by Design if you guys are interested. Turn browsers into buyers with confidence. Create a seamless yes with your sales flow. Build a brand they brag about. And bonus, a visual map to simplify your entire customer journey. The simplification is the visual. We process pictures 60,000 times faster. And most of us women, we're keeping everything up here. And if we keep everything up here, then when something crashes and burns at the house, then our attention is here. But then we thought about it. So why am I not further along? Get everything out, brain dump, download. You are going to feel so much lighter. Okay. Systems by Design, just really quick, only membership. It is the only membership dedicated to help you fix your business planning with easy to follow playbooks, just 10 minutes a day. Most of the things, remember I said 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 25. Some of the trainings go to 40 minutes or 45 minutes. Those are rarities. Don't do everything at once. Do one thing at a time. I know it's different. It's $100 right now for a 12-month pass, and these QR codes go to it if you are interested. When you join, look at that. You see the picture of me. You're going to get the video, and you're going to get a fun activity. I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's a treasure hunt. Like, I want you to have fun in your business too. So customer journey. I'm like, what can I do? Oh, I'll do a treasure hunt. And the treasure hunt is a short video of something inside the members area. And one of them, I tell them, go do, because it unlocks, guess what? A bonus. And it's a really good bonus. Immediate access to the members area. Go at your own pace. A lot of times, well, how long is this going to take me? 10 minutes a day. And if you need help, help me, Rhonda, on demand. And everything is printable. So it's a printable, fillable. Say that 10 times fast. Printable, you can print it out. Fillable, you can fill it out online, save it if you want to save paper, or you can fill it in on your computer and then print it out. And then you can also use these, all of the planners and the playbooks, you can use them also on your tablet too. Each month there's a new bonus. And yes, this is eye candy. Why have I made the challenges eye candy? I've made the challenges eye candy because I want you to feel good about doing them. And like all of these, this is 5 days of planning. You literally could do 5 days of planning at the end of every single quarter. And it's so pretty. It makes me want to do it. Break up with your overwhelm. We did this back in January. It's blue. I think this month is green because we're going into April and spring. And so that's why we did the customer journey in green. That's it. Systems by Design, the only membership dedicated to help you fix your business planning with easy to follow playbooks in just 10 minutes a day. Back to stop sharing. So I'm going to go back to the live. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in with me today. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'll always come back to the chat. Here, if you're a Systems by Design member, then the customer journey challenge, it is inside the members area. Go. Don't walk, run. Each month you get a new Life at a Glance planner. You guys can pop back here next Thursday. We're going to do a live Plan With Me live. This one's going to be a little bit different because we're starting a new quarter. And so we'll take a look at a 90-day goal and 3 30-day sprints and how we plan that. And what else do you get? You get an accountability coloring book. And this is the most important thing. On the 25th of the month is when all of the assets drop. On the 25th of the month, why is that important? Because we have almost kind of a week right before you go into the next month. And you get access to what I call monthly questions. I know it, like I need to have something that's a little bit sexier than monthly questions. But it is another opportunity, not answering here. You print it out or you can fill it out. And what was your goal? Did you reach your goal? If yes, I ask you a series of questions. If no, I ask you a series of questions. It is a customized plan of what you need to do for the next month. If you're not using it, you are missing an opportunity because you've got to download like all the things that you're thinking and you need to see it. That's why the challenges themselves, most of them, they're printable workflow or printable workbooks, but I give you opportunity to map things out, to fill things in and just put everything together. Everything comes together in that Life at a Glance planner. Okay. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'm so excited. So they're doing demo in the house and the guys are at lunch between 12 and 1. So it was perfect that we were able to meet today. All right. Take care. We'll talk soon.